Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend. So I think I have an idea what happened with Suan. I think I know what occurred here. These guys pacified just before we were going to finish our pacification quest. Apparently for no reason, but I bet what happened is that another player, finished a pacification quest for them. And by another player, I mean Blue, because who else could it possibly be? That's not something that I'm used to happening, so it didn't even enter my mind as a possibility initially, because in the base game, without the community patch, I don't think the AI does quests. However, I think that the community patch, I think I remember being told that the community patch actually does allow the AI to like do minor faction quests and pay attention to that kind of stuff. So it may well be the case that that Blue just pacified that faction. Which is fine. It's fine by us. So, let's talk about a couple of things here. First of all, ships. We're going to be able to buy out a whole ship pretty soon. I think my plan here is to try to go to 4 boarding vessels. Each one of our boarding vessels is a lot better than the Fomorian ones, though, so we may not need 4. In the time it takes us to... Before we finish building the second ship, we'll be able to purchase a 3rd ship, and maybe 3 will be enough to go and try to take Vedra over. We are on the clock here. At some point, Red is going to start paying attention to these oceans, and I would love them to be all locked up in mine by the time that happens. Also, we have 138 pearls, and we do not need to have 138 pearls. First of all, we can send out some prayers as to the next winter effect. I am not wild about +3 industry on anomaly providing industry, -3 food on anomaly providing food in all situations, but I think it's actually pretty good for us here because it's going to be so much extra industry for Suan. Like, we do have food on some of our anomalies, but most of our anomalies are not anomalies that produce food. They're just tiles that have food on them and also an anomaly. So I think actually this is a pretty good winter effect for us, and these other 2 winter effects suck. These are horrible. So I'm going to put a couple of prayers in while they're nice and cheap here. Just make it clear to the AI that this is the one that's going to win. And then we can look at the blessings. I do not think we actually want to purchase any of these blessings. So there's the Tower of Truth, which you can build on a watchtower base, and it gives you vision like a watchtower does, and also does some damage to nearby enemy armies. I don't think this is very valuable for us. We could get the ability to create stockpiles, industry cheap stockpiles that are powered by pearls. Without the stockpile tax, the value that you get out of a stockpile is low enough that I think we don't want to pursue this, even though we have a ton of pearls. We're going to need a lot of pearls for building Garths and stuff. And then Nyctalopian lenses actually is extremely fine. But I think we're just going to save up for pearls. First of all, we need them for Garths. Secondly, once the second era opens up, we're going to get access to the chapel, and we definitely want to build chapels in a lot of our cities, because it's so hard for us to get population that the extra population from a chapel is quite a bit more valuable for Alagi than it is for everybody else. So that's where we're at on pearls, and we're working toward moving our faction quest forward. Let's pin that instead of this other nonsense. We still have a bunch of fortress quests that we could do. That bastion wants 100 dust. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to, like... We'll do this. We got to make our ships first, and then we'll worry about all these fortress quests. So, yeah, I think this is the thing we care about. Alright, let's move on to the next turn. Are we set for research for a little while here? Yeah. That's right. We don't have the ability to mine strategics yet. Yep, that's the thing we need. Alright, so hopefully we can keep Blue friendly. Our lives would be so much easier if we can just rely on them to be decent toward us. Alright. I was a little worried with them being, with this village being converted, that this might not work the way I wanted it to, but nope, everything's fine. They are awed and delighted by our visit. Their leader has indicated to you the ruins where we might find their stock. Search the local ruins in Balthar to get the treasure. Okay. That's easy enough. Also, yep, lots of pacification quests failing all over the place. Absolutely fine. Do not care about it at all. Hey, seed storage. We're going to be producing a lot of dust very soon. We're still fervent here. Okay, each individual city is actually fervent. That's lovely. So it'll take us 2 more turns to be able to purchase a boarding vessel. By the time we're there, we're going to be halfway through another boarding vessel. And these are ones with all of the options that we have currently unlocked. It would be better if we had alchemical armor, because then we could put the good titanium and glass steel plating on the ships and make them even tougher, but one problem at a time. Alright, where are we at on people all over the world here? Oh, there's a little island. Alright, let's investigate this. Who knows, maybe that'll be worth settling. Right, we should probably finish exploring up here. We got to remember not to search these ruins, because doing so will spawn quest monsters. And I believe that quest enemies will attack a Skyfin. Random roaming minor faction villages or minor faction armies spawned by villages won't, but quest armies will, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so you're just trying to get to the other side of Necrophage territory. I just want to have some idea of the breadth of the problem over here. It looks like they're content to let me go, though, which I really appreciate. So we don't really have a lot of crucial stuff going on here. Yeah, probably this guy is who we want to focus on for the beginning of the turn. I want to get him actually out of the Necrophage country as soon as possible, or we are going to lose him. Oh, I see a diplomatic declaration. Oh no, I've spawned a quest army. Get away from me. They're going to be able to chase me down pretty easily. Okay, back to Cold War with blue. That's annoying. So that means blue is attack. Okay. Well, we'll deal with that. Casual camp. Yep, defeat the avenging army for 160 dust. Well, we'll see. You up on land here and parlay. Cross the sea and search unspoiled regions spoiled ruins in a region called Brahma, for Wolfbane the Shepherd, and to pacify these Kazanji. Okay, Brahma? Where's Brahma? Apparently they didn't mean this sea. You know, I don't actually see Brahma. Yeah, Alright, well, we'll find it eventually. I'm really annoyed that Blue went back on our peace so quickly. Especially when they're, like, extremely willing to be at peace with us. Let's trade them... I don't want to trade them tech right now. It's like they'll take some of our emeralds. What's the cheapest we can do this for? You know, maybe I should give them all the emeralds in the hopes that it will trigger the... was it 45? In the hopes that it will trigger the trade deal to our favor diplomatic bonus, because we could really use a little bit of extra favor with them. For real peace, remember, friends? Remember being friends? Okay, so we are going to retreat from this battle, and then it's never going to be a problem again. Right? And then you're going to move away and get out of my way. Nope, you're going to make me walk extra space. Alright. Hooray, 10 whole pearls. Word spreads of other devotees. A Nidya tribe in Hamara wants to hear your words. Locate the region and talk to this village. Hamara. Do we see Hamara? Let's see, these guys are not Nidya. Rayheim, Rothold. We do not seem to see Hamara. Nor anything that could be Hamara. Yeah, man, we can see so much of the world. I'm really shocked. That's a Gelderus region over there. This is H-I. It's Hamara, yeah. Okay, well, I guess there's more exploration to do. So you are just gonna sit still for the moment. You could reveal us some more region names. Gotta be a little bit careful here, because obviously I do not want to lose my Skyfin. Well, that's a Dorgeshi region, so we know this isn't it. And we can see that the pulsating border tells us that this region ends somewhere around here. That's not a Nidya region. That's not a Nidya region. This could be, though. Maybe the safest way to do this would be to go back and come at them around the water. I'm going to try to just cut right through. Alright, the Seeker over here, what is he going to do? This isn't Hamara, is it? No, okay, this is a Gelderus region. What is the name of this region, though? Enolia. Okay. That is a 390 fortification city. Now, interestingly, it has me winning this battle. 38 attack, 34 damage, 48 defense. I suppose it's possible. It seems pretty unlikely to me, though. We have to decide whether we want to retreat and then just, like, run as hard and fast as we can, or if I want to fight this and I think probably die. I can't see how I would win this. Especially since the two of them are gonna be moving around together. I guess I do have free counter. So I get to attack them with my higher initiative, and then they attack and I counterattack. But they have stun, and the AI always gets its stuns. Yeah, we're just gonna have to run away. So, let's have a path of running away entered in here. And also for the Skyfin. Alright. Mash the hell out of this button. Come on, get away. So this is an Ursus village. Those are not Nidya. They're out of movement. This is not Hamara. Oh, yep, totally forgot about that. Jassa Murdap is leveling up, which is great. This is going to be quite a bit of extra dust immediately. We'll deal with that in a second. We are being attacked. Show location. So I need to see what that region is. There are multiple enemy armies that seem to be solely focused on attacking me. Retreat. Run, run, run. Nope. Oh, I'm actually out of movement. Well, I think there's some chance I'm going to lose my Skyfin here if I'm not careful. You know what? There's pretty good odds that the AI does not have the ability to move into water. So I'm going to actually dive into this lake at the beginning of the next turn. And that'll give me some time to think and figure out what my plan is. This is the same region. What is going on here on this little island? Alright, you may as well, I guess, try to ride over here and search the ruins. So we successfully fled. I don't actually know where I want to put the new city. So we probably want to make an Empire Mint. I don't know what's next after that. No, I do. I need Alchemist Furnaces, which we will be able to build. So next turn we'll be able to rush this. We'll be 2 turns off of creating the boarding vessel, and then with 3 boarding vessels, we're in pretty good shape. I guess I may as well attack this guy now, right? 3744 with 82 life versus my 4644 with 106 life. 56 defense. You know what? I'm realizing I'm not sure that I actually upgraded the weapons on the boarding vessels. Oh, that's right. You don't unlock new free stuff with tiers for ships. You have to actually research things to have access to new levels of equipment. Well, What I'm thinking is we could attack now. And if we win, that'll give us time to regenerate before going out there. But, you know, if he's not going to attack, I'm not going to attack. Let's wait until we have at least 2 ships. Alright, where do I want to settle? We could settle Balther. Although notice none of these regions none of these villages are pacified anymore. He's converted all of them. So that's a little inconvenient. Could settle, like, Tanelm for this string of anomalies, which is pretty interesting. Also, there's a watchtower in the middle of this region, which is unusual. We can also settle... There's another, like, group of anomalies. Down here in Kwaeng, we have something a little interesting. Yeah, I guess. This is a pretty low industry area, though. That is a 4th Delver village. Is it just... Yeah, it is just one village, but we would get free value off of that immediately because we have Delvers assimilated already. Over here we have Haunts. Here we have Sisters of Mercy. Unfortunately, we don't know where the Palladian and Adamantian are going to be. That's going to be a pretty important place to settle. Yeah, I'm not sure where I want to settle next. I just know that I need to keep expanding. Alright, let's not take Balther. Balther was probably going to be our next one, but now that the cult has converted all the villages there, it's actually going to be a little bit of a pain. Most of the villages over here, or most of the regions over here, only have a single village. We actually don't have any idea what's going on with Trenwyn, village-wise. Let's take Kwaeng. The 4th Delver village will be nice. That's just like free value. You should probably go through our territory, though. Just to be on the safe side. We're not in a big hurry to put this down anyway. We can't do it until after we buy the next Empire plan. We are on track for that, aren't we? Oh, also, I should do this. We are on track for that, right? It was this guy at 360. So, no, we are not. No, we are not. I need to put one person over onto influence for a moment. Probably not. Probably somebody from this village. Okay. So you're sitting still. Oh, how short are we? We're 2 dust short of the buyout. That's annoying. It's also annoying how few ways there are to suddenly acquire a small amount of dust like that. We could go for a little bit. Oh no. If I trade, we're not going to make our Empire plan. That's why I wasn't making my Empire plan before. It's because of that extra trade we had to run. Alright. Well. So you have a plan. Where is this guy? Here we go. This is all one region. This is all one region. We don't know anything about this region down here. This should be a pretty safe retreat, right? They're not going to be able to catch me on that. I mean, we might get caught by necrophages, but they're not going to catch me. We don't know anything about this region. This could potentially be Hamara. Does this guy go 1, 2, 3... There's no cliffs or anything preventing that. They have 4 move. So I have to move at least 5 of their movement points away to be safe. Alright. Let's mash. Our Skyfin should safely make it into that lake. Necrophages, stay away from me. Oh, religious fervor. Well. Build a public library in one of your cities to get Imperial highways for free. That's... Wow, that was a good thing to find in a ruin. Holy crap. Okay, you can just search this stuff real quick, and then we probably want to get out of Enolia because Blue will be annoyed with us for being in their territory. Here in Sipuan, we buy that out. We're very, very close to being ready to head out on the ocean. So now that we're getting Imperial highways for free, we are going to need monks at some point, but it doesn't have to be right now. I think I may want to grab alchemical armor for improving our ships. Or... no, alchemy workshop is pretty important. Let's get that first. Definitely need to get some of this going here. You used all your move already. In Avier, we should probably also build our mines out real fast. Also probably turn off the resource overlay, because I know that people find the map difficult to read with that on. So, we can just sit here for the beginning of the next turn. I suspect that red and purple do not have access to the lake. So we're not in a big hurry on that one. We're just going to have to pay attention to cavalry in it here. We have to see what this region is up here. Still looking for Hamara. It's kind of wild that with the amount of the map that we had explored, we have no idea where this region is. Okay, keep the die and the wine running forever. I did not defeat the Avenging Army. Somebody else got there first. I am 100% fine with that. This is not Hamara. Hamara could still be down here. It could also be the case that this island is not a single region. Although it's looking unlikely. Nope, red dudes all up in this territory. So the thing is, these red guys are here to... they have a mission, right? They have a job. But they will absolutely drop everything to attack me, because that is how the AI rolls. Attacking the player is the most important and noblest endeavor that an army can undertake. Build a city in a new region within 5 turns. Okay. Alright, I mean, like, twist my arm, I'll do it. Did we get blood crystal from something else? We totally did. So we could run another blood crystal booster right before we put the city down, just to try to cushion the approval blow. Although honestly, I don't know that that's going to be necessary with our fancy Empire plan here. You know, I think I'm going to run this actually. That extra boost of resources from the religious fervor, letting us keep our dust per citizens up, is actually, I think, probably pretty valuable. So we'll keep Attican focused on dust production for the moment, because we're going to need a governor for the new city. And we'll put down on turn 41. Actually have resource mining going. How much does a hero cost at this point? Okay. So we'll have access to a new hero in like 2 turns. So we need to get these guys. I think probably our best option with this army, if we want to keep them alive, is making it out to the coast at this point. And then we can sail down the coast. The most direct route out is probably like this, right? We could go over here instead, or even like try to stay north of Necrophage territory entirely. But I'm not certain that's safer, because there will be minor faction armies running around. I kind of think I want to just go this way, because this is the way that gets us out in the fewest turns. So, where's my Skyfin? My Skyfin also needs movement order queued in. That might get me killed. Alright. If we lose the Skyfin, we do have the ability to just make another one. Okay, Juliarn. These guys are absolutely pursuing me to the... Okay, they stopped. Good. What did I do? I forgot. Have this guy move. Definitely not just sit here in Necrophage territory. Okay, that is where we're headed. Oh, hey, I totally forgot about this. We pacified the Silix in Silali. I don't even remember where Silali is. Okay, great. Got nothing. Well, may as well go and search some ocean ruins here. We can check out the bottom part of this continent this way. And this seeker now has precious little to do. I think maybe we just return to Attican, or maybe even just, like, stand over here. Wait for stuff to happen, just kind of be in the center of our country. Alright, with these ships, we should be able to make some stuff happen over here. I do want Suan to produce one more ship. I don't think we need to wait for this one to be done to start taking stuff, but we should fill that that navy. And here, I think we're ready to put down. So did we ever get a quest? Were these guys unwilling to speak to us? Is that what the problem was? Give them 12 glass steel. I'm just gonna bribe them, I think. Rather than giving them 12 glass steel at this point. Well, we're only pulling in 2 glass steel per turn, but also we don't really need very much. Yeah, we don't really need very much glass steel. And bribing them is gonna delay our hero. Alright, let's, may as well pop this now, just refresh the duration on it. This is... Oh yeah, that's right. We just repopped that, so we don't want to do that. Okay. Works for me. So, 25 more spices. Oh! Colonize the region of Kwaang and then build a glass steel extractor to get the crossbow. I forgot we even had that quest. You guys definitely need to industry focus. Kind of want to rush at least the mill foundry. Let's see, next turn will be at 530 something, so if we buy out this mill foundry, it will delay our hero by a turn. But I think in this case that's fine. We're gonna buy a building. Maybe it's better we buy the seed storage, actually. Yeah, alright, let's maximize the amount of time we have with that before winter hits. Alright, so up here, we don't need central market. How are our cities looking? Fervent, 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 and happy. Okay, not too shabby, actually. I was worried that we were going to see a serious problem with the approval there. So, I think we want to keep Jasa Murdap in the capital. And we'll just build the sort of expensive Garth. And we just want to build out and grab... Yeah, may as well grab the steel stocks, right? That's a plus approval anomaly. A lot of extra resources as well. I suppose we could start building, like, other military units. You could be building ships, or... Well, we can't be building ships, but... I could be building another Skyfin or something, but I don't think we're in a position right now where we need military as much as we need economic growth. And in Avier, we need probably Garth's here as well, right? And Zora's Bright Slash is actually here to reduce the cost of those. So over here we just have Rumbling Stones. Down here we have a Geyser. Neither one of these are approval anomalies. But building toward the Geyser also builds toward the exotic exotics. So this is the direction we will reach. Oh, you don't need to be doing this anymore. I wonder if we maybe want to pull people off of industry onto food. Yeah, no, we have a bunch of Garths that we could be constructing here. We can just be gaining food output that way and speeding up our population growth. Okay, so this dude pretty much just needs to get in the water, I guess. This will make him safe. Oh, he can't quite. Well, we can get in the water over here. That'll do. I don't want to hang around and try to search these ruins right now. I'm in too grave of danger. The danger is too grave. We're still looking for Hamara. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss it anywhere incredibly obvious, because that is the sort of thing I might do. I think this is a strong candidate. There could also be a Hamara up here, potentially. Really, though, I think those are the only places it even could be. Okay, so you have your move entered in already. We are ready to go. Because all of the other regions, we can either see their names, or see enough of their name to know that they're not Hamara, or see the minor faction villages to know they're not a Nidya region. Everybody flee. Alright, people are entering new eras. New facilities are opening up. We can see a lot more stuff. You know what? We're going to have to fight these boarding vessels at some point. May as well do it now. This should be, like, very massively in our favor. They're going to get to move first. Which actually is also good for us. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we just want to be in positions where we will get to do stuff. So this guy moves to here, this guy moves to here, and we all get to attack him. Oh, nope, never mind. It lied to me. I get to go first. Well, I choose not to. Yeah. I forgot about the fact that our morale was going to affect our initiative. In part because the boats don't register to me as being Alagi units, but that's a faction trait, not a trait of the units themselves. You know, I want this guy to move to here. It doesn't actually... I'm not going to give specific move orders on these guys. I'm just worried, like, if we get the kill early and I give these specific orders, then that's going to prevent them from entering this space. But I don't want... Yeah, this doesn't matter. We should give them the simple attack order because it allows them to fill this space as soon as possible during the turn. Okay, well. Good work, everyone. So what is this quest? Talk with at least 5 other fortresses. So we don't want to fight everybody, right? We want to fight as few fortresses as we have to. But I guess I don't really know that many other... there's not a lot of other fortresses I can talk to. Let's just go ahead and attack this and take it by force. We have a limited amount of time on this. Oh, I don't have an action point. Let's next turn attack this and take it by force. Alright, purple has ships. Bad news for me. Fortunately, purple is on the wrong side of that continent to be a problem. Yeah, hopefully we're going to be okay here. I would actually rather get into the water on this side of the continent if I can. Let's see. We're moving up in 3 techs. We do want to get the monk. I also, I want public granary. I want management sciences. I want alchemical armor. I want luxury alchemists, and I want imperial coinage. At least all of those. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's most important. This is pretty important for our ships. Obviously, the granary is more valuable the earlier you get it. Oh, and remember that we're going to be getting Imperial Highways for free at some point here. We have to build a public library, right? Oh, Suwon definitely does not have a public library right now. Alright. So we could buy a new hero this turn, or we could rush this other ship. I think we should probably buy a hero. Influence boost 1 on occultist body. Influence efficiency. It's all army stuff. Science boost 1. None of these are really blowing my mind. Dust boost 2 is okay. Dust efficiency 2 and dust efficiency 2. Oh yeah, I guess that's 2 copies of Baron Jocelyn Duval. Hmm. None of these are great. Tina the Chosen at least is a cultist, although him being a cultist is a little bit less good for us because we're less likely to be able to benefit from whatever this skill is called, Impassioned Preacher. And the big percentage boosts are still as good for us as they are for anybody else. Maybe we should just pick this dude up. I really, really like cultist heroes a lot. I don't think the Vaulter Tree is all that good. Like, the Science Boost 3 is definitely the best capacity that is available here. But I think we're going to take Team of the Chosen. And who do we actually want in Kwaeng? Is it Tinu? Or do we want to move Tinu into one of the cities that has more population already? No, this is fine. Alright, we're going to keep Anakin focused on dust production for the moment, because ships and all that stuff. There's still lots of good reasons. Alright, I don't know what we're going to do with our Skyfin here. I'm just double checking my assumptions here. This region... Okay, this is all Zydina. This region, we saw a minor faction army in this region, and it was not Nidya. It was probably from here. So yeah, like, this is potentially Hamara. I'm kind of hanging my hopes on that being Hamara down there. Although... Oh no, this is all... Okay, this region is not that region. You can tell by the way the borders pulse when we mouse over. So this could be Hamara, this could be Hamara. I think those are the two. Alright, let's hope we can find out before Purple kills us. Or maybe Purple will just be too busy to kill me. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, they are in fact. That's a Nidya village right there. I think we may have found it. Okay, I sure did not end up at war against another empire. So right here... I think I'm going to wait a minute, and then we're going to go back. Actually, I'm above half health. This is safe. Let's just jump up here, grab this ruin. 15 Titan Bones. That means we have enough Titan Bones to pop a booster. Alright, we could probably settle again, actually. We're looking really okay on settles. What was this quest? Capture the Manufactorium in Lost Lie. So what we really want to do here is attack this... then attack this, then come up here and give these guys 100 dust? Probably. See, Red has access to this ocean now, so we have to... If we want this, we have to get it soon. Yeah, well, whatever. All of the versions of this plan involve attacking this thing. Probably don't have to manual this, but let's just manual it. I'm going to be a little cheesy, and we're just going to wait around the lightning here. That guy can come and fight me near the lightning. Or we could just rush him. Yeah, okay. Let's just rush him. I am going to specify tiles for us to move to on this one, just so that we don't end up in the lightning ourselves. Oh, that's a shame. He didn't want to stand in the lightning and fight me. Okay. Conquer fortresses to gain 3 additional luxury resource facilities. That sounds like, it's going to take some time. Time I don't really have. Let's take it by force. Finished our Garth here, and we were definitely going straight into another Garth. Actually, sorry, we were going straight into an alchemy workshop, followed probably by another Garth. It looks like we are perhaps over-prepared for this ocean thing. So these guys need to get over here. Oh, I'm very, very pleased that we seem to have found it. Because I don't know how much more faction quest there is left, but if we want to have a chance at a quest victory, we gotta rip through this thing pretty quickly. So over here, I'm just gonna buy our sewer system. Or our public library? Yeah, I'll just buy the public library here. So I don't think any of my units are in a position now where I have to execute a quick sprint. And it looks like we're about to have a dust eclipse. So it'd be extra really cool if we didn't get chased out of Red's territory here. That is a settler. It is somewhat unlikely to attack me. I got our free Imperial Highway tech. Definitely keep the spices running. Yep, so we'll leave the Skyfin right here so we can search these two ruins right away as soon as the eclipse proper hits. You are... I don't know. Just... Oh, no, never mind, turn around. Nope, it actually did... We are... You can see we are actually in this space because that is where we issue movement orders from. Well, hopefully he won't attack me. I do at least have the health to survive a retreat now. Alright, so we have to find the appropriate Nidya village in there. You are where you need to be. You actually should be headed toward temple ruins. Well, you know what? They'll be glowing in a second. It'll be a lot easier to plot that when they start glowing. Okay, and you can attack this. I'm just going to hit auto here. Turns out we win these by enough that I don't actually need to be sure we are applying optimal tactics. Oh, hey, look, it's everyone. It's all of the minor faction vessels. Well, I'm just going to sit right here in the hopes that they will come and fight me. Alright, let's try to move quickly here at the beginning of this turn. So, the fact that we're still maintaining fervency easily makes me think that it's time to put down another, like, we should just put down another city right away. Does our settler design does not have a movement trinket right now. Should probably fix that. Did that add a turn to the build? It did not. It's just pure value. Okay. So what is our next region? We still need to figure out what's going on with Trenwyn. Need to finish exploring that. You know, I'm not sure. I guess let's not stress about it too much until the settlers actually created. Alright, so let's grab these as fast as we can. Not just to prevent ourselves from getting attacked, but to make sure that we get them instead of Red. Oh, hey, look at that movement conflux. Alright, Skyfin with a movement conflux. Pretty good. I'm being attacked in a bunch of places. I mean, what are you going to do? Alright, we got ourselves 10 Palladian and 130 Dust, which is pretty okay. Moonleaf's run out, which is a real shame. So, it's going to be safer for the Skyfin to get over onto the continent of Finnen and do stuff from there. Okay, everybody's building stuff. Let's resolve these combats. So, here, pretty easy auto-resolve victory, which gets us a quest completion. 10 whole grass silk. Take that, pirates. Here, we also auto-resolve a real easy fight. Apparently, one of my boarding vessels really took quite a bit of damage there. I don't know how that happened. And over here, we're going to have to retreat. That looks a little weird. So, the poor centaur may be dead. But we are certainly going to loot these necrophages' lands. I hate to say this, but he's less important than he used to be. Okay, so we can't actually see the Nidya village. It's up here somewhere. I think probably the best move for me is going to be to come down and get the Swift Conflux, and then we'll search these ruins on our way up. It shouldn't actually add a lot of time. This needs to be... Okay, that's the manual labor. Let's get ourselves a movement conflux. We should always have a movement conflux. It needs to get out here. Man, having +2 move on all of our armies during the eclipse is awesome. I really wish that I had a better explanation for this, but I don't know what it is exactly. But just Alayi just feel good to play for me. I'm not 100% clear on why. So we could give these guys 100 dust. If we give them 100 dust, they will then give us another piece of quest to satisfy to take them over. And once we've done that, it'll give us control of this fortress. I guess let's give them the dust and see what the deal is. Wait 6 turns to get control of the fortress. Okay. I just paid 100 dust for 20 influence, which I guess is a trade I'm fine with. Alright, let's manual this just to make sure the injured ship isn't the one doing all the fighting. Yeah, this is fine. Wow, really? That's embarrassing. Doing 0 damage and taking a whole bunch. Alright, so control of that. Huh. Maybe this is one of those things that will trigger at the beginning of the next turn? I wish I knew what was going to happen here. So that... Where's that quest? Gain the loyalty of the Manufactorium in Vedra. Locate and capture the Manufactorium in... Oh, this is the Manufactorium in Lost Lie. Well, alright. Let's just go and take this whole ocean region by force as well. Should be easy enough to do. That's just, like, completely the wrong spot. Alright, so we have a bunch of guys running all over the world, collecting stuff as best they can. Where do you want to go next? You want to end up, like, over here? I guess? It's not really safe to go back in the water. Although if I went back in the water over this way, it would be okay. Oh, there's cliffs. You know what? Even just getting back in the water over here is probably fine. If I want this unit to survive, if I want to, you know, keep scouting with it, I do need to get it out of necrophage territory, but also away from purple boats. Your job is just to get up here. Okay. I keep feeling that there should be more that I should be doing here. So do we want to hire an army hero? We can probably take it easy on the dust for a little bit here, although I could just use dust to buy out a bunch of stuff. We could rush some turns off of this. Yeah, we could rush 2 turns off of the settler next. Yeah, you know, I'll stay devoted to dust. The city is producing dust efficiently enough that it's probably fine to keep it focused. So yeah, I was saying, it feels like I should be doing more with my turns, but I don't know. I guess we're doing what needs to get done here. Most importantly, advancing the faction quest as best we can. Alright, so to that end, let's keep an eye on the dude in Hamara. So we're going to spend a little bit of move going to get this. But it'll allow us to see if the village we're looking for is down here. It is not. I see we are getting Cold Warred again by blue. Or I guess that could be... Oh, I should hit this button. I guess that could be anybody closing their borders on me. We got some adamantium. We got some dusted pearls. Okay, close borders from blue. That's not so bad. Blue has just gained themselves negotiation tactics. Honestly, if I'm not going to get that, that's probably the people that we want to have it. Here we should obviously retreat. And we're going to need to move pretty quickly away from them at the start of the turn here. And then in Suan, we need to build a lot of, like, basics. Still definitely time to take advantage of seed storage. Oh, we should rebuild that Silix village. That's probably a good thing to do. Let's get this settler rushed out, and then... public granary probably should be top priority. I think that's an awfully important building. Yes, public granary next here. Granary next there. We actually do benefit from building roads. Thing we'll want to put some focus onto. We've used up exactly all of our glass steel. And adamantium, and then... yeah, if Blue will let me have this before they get to it, I'm fine with that. So, alchemical armor will push us over into the next era. Be the first to produce at least one of each of the 4 strategics. Interesting that none of the AI are on this. So we've got titanium and glass steel coming out of our mines, obviously. We have a Palladian... we have an Adamantian facility. We're going to get a Palladian facility, so actually we're going to get that reward in a second. Provided we survive this. This is going to be a little bit trickier, because the neutrals have a fire ship. Running would be very dangerous, though. Yeah, this is bad. So we have to try to bait the fire ship into the lightning, ideally. I think this is probably one where we don't want to surge forward. We want to make them come to us. He has 2 movement. I mean, I imagine he'll try to avoid standing in it. Leave these dust blizzard clouds in the ocean, I think, give you defense. He's going to try to avoid getting into it, but if we give him only 1 viable attack, I think he will take it. Although I suppose this guy's going to dive in there first, isn't he? You know what? Let's just go after him. Okay, pretty good. Now, our ship is on fire, even though it took no damage from the initial shot. We do want to try to wrap this up quickly. Okay, I appreciate him going after the full health guy. You should back off so as not to take damage on counterattack. And honestly, like, he's probably got this. Just try to save everybody else's health. When the army regens, we want it to be gaining across all of the ships as evenly as possible. So this be real easy and give us control of 2 fortresses. Sorry, I guess we really ought to manual these, just to make sure. Try to use our injured vessels as little as possible. Alright, good shooting, everybody. We got there eventually. Alright, so that gives us that. Return to the Manufactorium to actually get control of it. Well, I can do that. Okay, so we locked ourselves up in Ocean Region, which is pretty fantastic. Oh, the listening post in Lostly just joined our empire. So that actually locked up 2 ocean regions. That's pretty good. So we got ourselves the Strategic Boost Facility, which increases the amount of strategic resources that come out of strategic resource facilities. And we have 2 Palladian and 2 Adamantian facilities and a Titanium and a Glass Steel that's boosting. We also have 2 facilities in this ocean that are not yet revealed, so these will be like 3rd tier resources, probably. We have some Titan bones coming in, 2 more unrevealed facilities, more wine, emeralds. This is pretty great. So now we want to turn this navy around. We want to merge up, and then we want to go for Sormel. If Red doesn't take it first, we can get that as well. So controlling all fortresses of an ocean increases the resource generated by facilities, the dust and science income from trade routes crossing the ocean, and the vision range of the fortresses in that ocean. We can see basically the whole of the ocean now. It was pretty fantastic. And we're still raking in stuff from ruin exploration. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good start. Okay, so we got to make sure this guy moves immediately at the beginning of the next turn. I think this is the only place where it's necessary for us to move immediately. And hopefully we will be able to make contact with that Nidya village this turn. Okay, I'm gonna ignore the ruin for right now. We have to get this parlay before I could potentially get attacked by that necrophage army. Okay. Heresy rears its ugly head. Some Nidya renegades have stolen the pearls. Find and defeat the army in Hamara in order to settle this affair. So we will get 15 pearls and the Pilgrims of the End trait, which will give us 3 influence every time we pick up a pearl cluster. Well, that's a little inconvenient. Have we... No, we have not gotten a normal quest from them. If we destroy or capture Jurgador, they'll give us Imperial coinage. Well, that's a tall order. So we need to put together an army that's actually capable of killing that many Nidya, and we need to send it over here. This might be one of those ones where if another player deals with it, it still counts. We have to hope. Oh, conquer any ocean region different from Dardagar to earn the Mouth of Photios, which is a pretty good weapon for our ships. Unfortunately, that would have to be equipped on a fire ship, I believe, which we do not know how to make. But that's a problem we can solve if we actually end up needing to engage in a lot of naval combat. My suspicion is that we will not have to do that. Alright, what do you want to do? I guess you can just go out and grab these real quick. And then... scout for... I don't want to go over and grab these because I'm too worried about Purple's ships, which we know are in that area. We can scout for more ocean regions to search. It's kind of crazy that the last region on the map that we gained visual access to was the one that our quest needed us to see. I assume that it picks a region you can't see very much of for that quest. Alright, so let's talk about putting together an army to go and fight those Nidya. It'll be good for us to have a functional army anyway. Oh, I don't think this city was purple before. Yep, so purple is devouring red, it looks like. That could have some implications for us. Some serious long-term implications. Alright, we completed this deed and got ourselves 80 additional Palladian. So, when we move up into the next era, we may immediately go to uncommon alloys and then build a couple of troops, build a couple of seekers, outfit them with the uncommon alloys, and have them go fight those Nidya. It'll be really, really easy to break through the Nidya, and also it'll be a little bit of a show of force for the other players. Not that they actually care about seeing your armies in action, but the fact that our military score will be higher will have some effect. And we have a ton of... Oh, I should... completed this settler and then didn't actually move it out of the city. We should figure out where we want to settle next. So we have a lot of cities available, or a lot of regions available to us that are fine, not great. It's probably not worth waiting. There's some... You could wait 3 turns and then we'd be able to see Adamantian and Palladian in the ground. But given that we have access to these facilities, I think that's probably not necessary. Yeah, we're pulling in almost 3 points of each of them just from our oceans, so we don't need to worry too much about extraction on land. So where do we want to take over? None of these places have, like, incredibly good city locations. There's a bunch of spots where we could put down a city near 2 anomalies. Yeah, none of these are really, like, crying out for us, though. I suppose if we're still thinking that we might go to war with Pink, which we might have to, Tanelm is important as a place from which we could launch armies. Like, settling right here so we have immediate access to the water and we're on the lava chimneys and the fumarole. That might be the way to go, actually. Yeah, I like that. Actually, we can have this guy search this ruin before we settle as well. And we already have this village pacified. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So it is turn 47. We don't exactly need to be thinking about our faction, our empire plan yet, and we're still pulling in tons and tons of approval thanks to religious fervor. How many turns are left on that? Okay, it's going to end next turn. Yeah, that works for me. We might want to take a moment and garrison this army in one of the fortresses in Vedra, because I believe you repair a lot faster while garrisoned. But it looks like there are no minor faction navies left around here. And in fact, these might be the only fortresses in the entire world. There may never be minor faction navies again once we pacify Sormel. That would be kind of nice. What do they actually have down here in Sormel? Blood crystal, titanium, hyperium. This is the luxury boost facility, which is totally fine. And then a couple of things yet unrevealed. So I don't think the value of this ocean region is as high as the others, but, like, still, ocean regions, right? Kind of wish it looked like Red was going to survive. Well, I hope they pull it out, because I would like to. I'd like to have a trading partner on the other side of the ocean. I guess we could make friendly with Purple. The real question is whether Purple or Pink is most likely to win the game left alone, because we should probably make friends with the one who is not probably going to win, right? All right, let's run another turn or two here. Need your renegades have stolen the pearls, so we need to. We're only on step 4 of our faction quest. So we still have a lot to do. We really do need to get this done quickly. We probably don't have time to wait. Well, like I said, we might get lucky and the necrophages might eat them for us, which would be pretty cool. But we also may have to just retrofit our 2 existing seekers. You know, honestly, they're just minor faction units. It probably doesn't take that much to kill them. I think we have enough movement that we can afford to grab this. Get up here and search this ruin. And then, yeah, still reach the location. Religious fervors come to an end. Okay, cool. The necrophages dealt with it. These places exist, and did so long before the profaners came to defile them. In time of need, they will still be places of hope and power. I believe that we now have the strength to do this. Find the old places where our ancestors and Greyspire lived and prayed. If we can bring our people there, we can reclaim the ancient places that meant so much to us, and that were such targets of savagery for the profaners and their war ghouls. It is possible. It must be possible. The epistle says that once before we saved her, and I will not be remembered as the one who failed when we know that this incredible act, however difficult, is possible. So make sure that you reached 10 population in at least one of your cities. Well, we can do that. So Avier's been doing quite well on food as it is. We can just build the husbandry center here and then focus up. And then we can also Start working on a Garth up toward a food anomaly. In fact, we can just buy that out as well. Yeah, let's just spend a little bit of dust here, rush some of this stuff. Okay. Gold has run out. There's not anything we can do about that, unfortunately. You know what? We're healing fast enough. By the time we actually get down to Sormel, we'll be ready. Although I'm a little worried about the fact that the minor faction navies are now having fire ships in them. That's going to be a little trickier for us. Dawson Murdap is going to... So I know I said feet on the street level 2 looks pretty important, but also we're doing quite well on approval anyway. We don't really need this. Well, you know what? Let's pick this up because it's on our way up to Inspirational Leader. And that way we can just go and grab the other point at any time. Alright, you should probably just try to come home. Down here, are there any resource boosters that we want to repop before we settle? We only have 2 turns on each of these. Yeah, I'm just gonna refresh these at the slightly lower prices. And then let's okay, so we got ourselves the Saratan. I don't know why I clicked on that. Let's get these put up quickly. Alright, let's see what that has done to the Empire approval level as a whole. That has pulled us down out of happy. We're still fervent in the capital because of the museum, but the other cities could use a little bit of help now. Fortunately, I think we don't have a central market yet in Suan, so that'll get Suan back to fervent. We do have a central market here. So we're going to need to start actually leveling up our boroughs to fix this. That shouldn't be too hard, though. Once we have this Garth down, we'll just build a Garth here, and you know we can build along and get ourselves some level ups pretty quickly. You are encountering a fire ship. Well, just go around. We got all the stuff over here, so let's just continue up this way. We still have tons and tons of pearls. Like I said, we're going to continue building Garths, and that's going to continue getting more and more expensive. It is nice, though, that Zoyos Bright Slash is in the city where we are currently building a bunch of them. Alright, and then I think we probably actually want to go back over here. There's a bunch of territory over here we haven't seen yet. It could have more ruins. And what am I doing with you guys? Now that it is obvious that you do not, in fact, need to run over here and get ready for combat, I guess there are still some ruins to search. We have a lot of resources. We really need to improve our research rate, though. It's still a little bit sad. Alright, so once we get the husbandry center down here, let's end turn one more time. I want to see what this actually looks like, what our rate of reproduction looks like. Okay, so we're going to be able to push food pretty hard here. I don't know if the 10 population we're going for includes population in the city from minor factions, because if it does, we're already at 8 here. My guess is that it does not. I bet the population value right there on the city needs to say 10, and unfortunately that only counts our actual citizens of our race. Okay, I did not do that thing fast enough. Oh, I didn't. Yep, I didn't mash the button here. Well, our poor seeker is dead. What a shame. I don't mean to sound so blasé about it, but like, kind of who cares? Like, it definitely doesn't actually matter. And we found nothing in there, so we'll be able to get into Sormel proper in like 2 turns. We can at least try to get quests. I don't think we've got any quests from them right now. Or from that region. We also have a huge amount of dust. buy this Garth, and then... Oh, you know, nobody has built the Alchemic Institute. We could go for it. We're not really very industry-focused anywhere at the moment. The thing is, like, I don't even really need it, but I would love it if nobody else got it. This is entirely a wonder I am considering building out of spite. And I'll tell you, this Skyfin has definitely been worth its weight in gold, though. Speaking of gold, that is not... Oh no, that is totally enough to rerun the booster. I forgot that we were also mining it. I was like, 20, unfortunately, is a little bit short of what we need, but we have a real extractor going as well. So, we might not want to settle another city right away. We might want to wait until we get our approval level under control a little bit more. You want to expand a little bit more slowly with these guys. 82 is not far off of me feeling comfortable settling again. But if we settle again right now, I think it would take us all the way down to content. Alright, so we're one turn off of the next era. I know I keep finding excuses, but hey, why don't we hit end turn one more time here? Also, out of curiosity, what are we looking at in terms of Empire plan? With 1,000 dust, or with 1,000 influence, we could buy this. Which, at the rate of dust production we have going on, is maybe actually a pretty good idea. We could also aim up in this quadrant a little bit. Maybe try to get ready to interfere with another player. Yes, let's get into the next era here. See what things look like. So I'm seeing a Palladian deposit, an Adamantian deposit. It looks like not a lot of new luxuries, though. Zoyos Bright Slash is leveling up. We should probably finish Zealous Hands. This can head down this way. We do not quite get to talk to the fortress this turn. Boy, they'd have to give us a pretty easy quest for it not to be the right thing to do to just take it by force, though. Alright, so he's gotten all of the easy to get ruins and also all of the easy to get pearls. So I guess we're heading over to, like, Uarden now. 2 sources of new strategics and actually no sources of new luxuries. We didn't even get the new luxury pop-up. That's unfortunate. That's a little bit of a bummer. Alright, so he's got the cost of this Garth all the way down to 9. So the next one we build after this, we'll start leveling them up. We'll start to see bonus approval from that. Got our central market back up to fervent here. Need those. Swan had to slow down a little bit to produce all those boats, but I think it was well worth it. The question is, do we want to swap over to industry for a little while? We're already, wow, even with nobody on industry, it would only take us 9 turns to build the Alchemic Institute right now. Thinking we can put it right here. It'll get us this curiosity, and then we can just build Garth's back alongside the line and start leveling everything up. How long would it take to finish that if we put everybody... 7 turns if everybody's on industry. It's expensive enough to buy out that we probably will have to build for the whole 7 turns. But I really like nobody else getting this. I think that's pretty valuable. And also, I mean, we do want to catch up technologically. We're not that far behind anymore, I don't think. Right, we got the notification for somebody else entering Era 3 within the last 10 turns, didn't we? Yeah, I think so. And Empire has not reached Era 4 yet. Okay, so yeah, we're kind of catching up. I think we're going to be okay here. Be the first to raise one of your heroes to level 8 at the end of the turn in order to get 20% health regen for your whole Empire. Unfortunately, we are not currently winning. We are rank 2 on this one. That makes me think we probably are not going to get it. We could put a little bit of effort in, though. Like, we could, who's our highest level hero right now? We could swap Zoyos Bright Slash over to Attican right before it finishes building this. We could try to push him up. And it might be worth it, because that health regen bonus is significant and something I really don't want the other empires to have. Seems like a lot of my gameplay is going to be driven by spite for the next little while here. Alright, so what do we want to research next? I guess, you know what, this is probably a good time to stop here. My suspicion is we're going to go bread and circuses, but I'll think about it. We'll think about this. I don't know how bread and circuses stacks with our expansion disapproval trait. If the minus 25 stacks multiplicatively or additively with the plus 150%. Because if it stacks additively, this is probably pretty bad, actually. It's not going to be all that helpful. If it stacks multiplicatively, this is great. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll consider the numbers. We may want to just go after, like, science improvements or dust refinery. We'll figure it out. That is going to be it for us for today, though. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when we continue to leverage the gifts of Mother Auriga. And we'll see you then.